Hello, I'm Brandy with Fly Events Promotion, and we are here to talk about Fly Fashion Week. I'm the founder of Fly Events Promotions, and I want to introduce the panel. We will start off from left to right.
Hello, I'm Corey Campbell, and I'm one of the models working with Fly Fashion.
Hi, my name is Hector Ruiz. I'm one of the designers and also entrepreneur of the clothing company called Royalty.
Hi, I'm Rochelle. I'm one of the models. I've been with Brandy since the beginning.
Hi, I'm Ginny Riddle. I'm the owner of Ginny Riddle Makeup Studio and Academy.
Hi, I'm Ken Hobner of Ken Hobbs Photography, and I'm going to be one of the photographers for Fly Fashion Events.
Well, today I've worked with each and every one of these individuals, and we're going to talk more in detail about them and their career paths and what they've done in the El Paso industry, beauty and fashion. We'll start off with Ken. Ken?
Yes, hi. I actually started in photography almost 2 years ago now. I was kind of new to the scene. I started off photographing cars, and then I did a fashion show probably in October of 2019. And then I was able to provide some photography work for some of the models after the show of the event. And women started to come, and models, men and women started coming to me asking me if I wanted to do some photography work for them. And it's like, I was focused on cars, but they were interested in my work. So, ever since then, I've been photographing models. Occasionally, I still do cars because that's just where I started, and I'm loving it. I live in Las Cruces, and here, not too long ago, almost a year ago, I got involved with a studio here in El Paso. So I find myself coming here every weekend to do photo shoots for various models, either at the studio or on location here in El Paso. And it's really been a privilege and an honor to do the work that I do, not for myself, but to really showcase the people that I work with, makeup artists, fashion designers, models. And it's been a really, really great experience for me, and I hope to continue doing that. Sunday we have our fashion show, so I'm hoping to shine that particular day and see what great things that come from these people that we have sitting here today.
Working with Ken, I got everything but complaints. They loved how he worked. I love the work. I love the work. I love the pictures. I want to thank you for those pictures. They were the pictures that I used for my flyers, for my posters. They were the setting of the whole fashion show. So I really appreciate it. And the models were so comfortable working with you.
And I don't want to go too far off, but I think as a photographer, photographing someone who's been in front of the camera 1,000 times or one time, it's really important to me to make them feel comfortable. I think I'm a pretty cordial guy and comfortable to be around, but understanding the fact that these women of various talents and experience really need to feel good about themselves and see the process. And I do
And that's
share the
amazing
process.
because a lot of photographers don't do that. It's about the money. That's it. Let me get this money, get the shot. But they fail to realize that making that model feel comfortable is a big process in bringing more revenue and more customers, because the word of mouth is very important. I know, Rochelle, you shot with him. How was your experience?
My experience was great, and I'm looking forward to shooting with him again.
Well, thank you.
And here we have Ginny Riddle. She will be doing makeup and hair at the show, but she is all around entrepreneur. She is she's an instructor, she has her salon, and she has other things in the works. Please let us know a little bit about that.
Well, I'm Ginny Riddle, and I have my makeup studio. It's located 1280 Hawkins, and it's a full-service studio. We offer hair and makeup, and we also specialize in weddings. And we also do a lot of, I offer courses. I do the teeth whitening courses. I'm going to start doing the ombre brows, the blush lips. And I've been in the business now for 31 years. And it's something that I continue to grow and I continue to learn. And it's something that I'm passionate about and I really enjoy.
And I understand that I actually have a background in esthetician. I got it from Milan. But one thing I noticed is women here in the industry, beauty industry, they're not continuing their education. Do you feel like that's an important thing to grow?
Well, when you go to a beauty school, a lot of times you think, well, I'm gonna get my license and I'm just gonna go out there real quick and build a clientele, and it takes time.
It definitely does.
It takes time, it takes patience, it takes, the main thing is the client that you have in front of you, giving your 100% to them, making sure they feel comfortable, and like you said, word of mouth starts spreading, and then other people start calling you and requesting that. But you definitely, I've been, like I said, in the business 31 years, and I'm always learning. I'm always going to shows. You always learn something, you know. You have to. You can't stay stuck back in.
And do you feel like networking is very important in order to grow?
Yes, networking is very important, and also you have to be careful who you network with.
Exactly.
You have to know with what group of people you network. That way, everybody's going to benefit from each other, and it's not just a one-sided that person's just getting all the benefits and then you're not getting anything in return. So it's just knowing who to work with, and like with you, I've worked with you before, and so when you said you were going to have this fashion show again, it was a no-brainer. I was like, you know what, we had a good time. My team, I have a great team, and they're looking forward to being there Sunday. But yes, it's important to network, but then also being careful who you network with.
And then what's also important is having a positive attitude, whether it's the makeup artists, photographers, models. It is important because word of mouth does spread around. Models, when you have a bad attitude, it gets back to the makeup artist, it gets back to the photographer, and they might be a little reluctant to work with you.
Yes.
And your attitude will make a difference in how you grow, because in order to grow, you're going to need that networking.
Exactly.
Chriselle, I'm getting back to you. I've seen that you've grown since I've been with you. You started off plus size, and then you've gone to regular size, but you have been featured in so many magazines. And one of the things I love about you at the shoots, you come prepared. You don't wear just one outfit, and you don't stay in one zone. You make sure to break out of your comfort zone and try new things.
Right.
What do you feel? What advice would you give to some of these models in El Paso?
Firstly, especially when you're going to photo shoots, to make sure you're prepared. There's a standardized model list with your black bra, black panties, black shoes, nude shoes, and just be prepared for your shoot with your hair, makeup, and everything else. Like Jenny said, I believe in networking with the right people, the whole thing with contracts and making sure everything is in order to continue networking is very essential to being a model.
And Hector, being a designer here in El Paso, do you feel like that's been an advantage or disadvantage? Have you felt like you got the support from El Pasoans, or do you feel like you're getting support from other areas?
Well, honestly, since COVID, I've been getting more support over like other cities than here in El Paso. That's because since I've been selling like more wholesale to the boutiques and like other stores. I've been sending them out to other bigger cities. So like New Orleans, that they have like a whole bunch of streetwear like stuff. It fits with my style, you know.
Okay.
Here, I mean, I do have a lot of support. It's not just, but there isn't a much streetwear stores here. I mean, you have to go to a mall, go to Pax or something like that. But there isn't boutiques or something like that actually have my clothes, you know.
Is there any clothing store here in El Paso that has your clothing line?
No, I used to be with you know what, I just forgot the name of the store, but they're right now in the outlet mall.
Would that be Creative Cloud?
Yes, yeah, there you go. I was with them when they were in Southern Park.
Okay.
And then they moved, and just because of how the business runs, and because I was selling, I started to wholesale. I haven't been with them. I mean, the door is always open for me with them. I always had a good relationship with them, especially. So, I mean, might see me there in the future, might not. I don't know. It just depends how it goes. I do have a lot of support from the barbers here in El Paso, just because when I started, I used to go to every barbershop in the city and just sell my clothes. I used to present myself, talk to everybody there, and from there, I guess I just gained a whole bunch of people like popularity within the barbers and stuff. So like if you go to a barbershop, any barbershop, you see somebody wearing my shirts.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So yeah, I mean, I do have support here. I mean, I'm not saying I don't, but just because of the nature of how I do the business now I'm selling wholesale. I get a lot of
So you
orders.
had to adjust and learn to grow.
Yes.
And now we have Corey. He's one of my very favorite male models. He's very energetic and he is just a positive attitude. I love that and always willing to help. I know you've done some projects where you have got paid. I know you've also been under agencies. Are these agencies booking you or are you booking your own jobs?
I've booked my own jobs since I started. It's always been the whole modeling world and just issues with it and competitiveness, and then certain agencies not being proper agencies, the best way to put that. So then you have to make sure to read those contracts, read what you're allowed to do, and then even if you are under an agency, if you're allowed that free reign to do the freelancing, it's what I've always done because I was just finding jobs easier and faster than any agency was for me.
So let me ask you, do you think there's a benefit in being freelance and being with the agency, or do you think being freelance has opened more opportunities for you?
Both. With the agencies, there's like you're on a contract, and if it's a proper agency, they're going to get you that work. You're going to be getting paid. You're going to be advertised. You're going to be known. As freelance, it's more of I'm working with everybody, and even though it's like everybody sees me, they're like, oh, he works with so and so. I don't want to work with him. He works with this person. I don't want to work with him. But then you get the freelance jobs where they do pay, so it's more or less of like they both have their pros and cons. You just have to find that proper agency or the proper agent to work with to get that style of work. And with me, freelance has just been the easiest one over the years.
What are you guys looking forward to about Fly Fashion Week or the actual fashion show, Beautifully Flawed and Under Construction? And what does that mean to you?
Beautifully flawed and under construction.
Yes, what does that mean to you?
Body positivity. Like everybody's going through something. We all have our traumas. We all have our impurities, our flaws. But we're all under construction. We're all beautiful. We're all going to take time to get to that point where we see ourselves as completely beautiful, no longer flawed.
How about you, Hector?
Well, from the fashion show, I'm trying to be more known in the city. So I think like that last time I was in, I was more noticed, and I'm looking to get more noticed with you guys. So it just opens the door for me, and build more bridges,
Okay.
you know, and that's what it's all about, like networking, you know. And the more you network, the more people you know, the higher you can go, you know. And that's how I see this, like open yourself up to all these different possibilities that you don't know from here. Maybe there's somebody in the audience that might be interested or invest or something, you know. There's always stuff like that, and then that's what I'm trying to go to be more known in the city.
Okay. You, Rochelle?
Like he said, fun, be more noticed, something to do in El Paso, something positive, and I just want to have fun.
Yes, I'm all for the fun. Let the fun begin. Jenny?
With me, I'm looking forward to, one of the things I like working with you and your models, that they are so different sizes, skin color, everybody's welcome, and we get to see beauty. Everybody's beautiful.
Yes.
So we're looking forward to working with the models because we get to work with different skin tones, and then my team gets that experience also.
Yes.
Because we always look at the individual and we're always very critical about ourselves, but we always try to make them feel beautiful. We're always trying to see what's gorgeous about them and just making them feel beautiful and having a good time too.
And with you, Ken, this is your first year for the fashion show, and one of the problems or issues we've had with other photographers is the diversity is something new to them, but they're actually really surprised when they work outside their comfort zone. They come out with some beautiful photos. I've noticed some photographers in El Paso get used to a standard model that they always go to their portfolio. You'll see that's a standard model. Do you work with diverse? Do you try to get outside the box? Is there a certain thing?
I certainly try to, get outside my comfort zone as a photographer, because understanding models, they have a certain portfolio that they're trying to build. They have a certain look, and I'm certainly accommodating to working with within what they need for their portfolios. But what I really like to get out and explore is getting outside that comfort zone. Either me as a photographer trying to come up with different concepts, different ideas, working with the model who similarly wants to do the same thing. Because I had the pleasure of working with, over probably 50 models, kids all the way up to adults, male and female. I've been published quite a bit. And in part of me working with these people, it's not for me. It truly is for the models and trying to let them get out of their comfort zone, which in turn pulls me out of my comfort zone to get them that cool photo of whatever it might be or whatever concept they're trying to get at. So
You try to get outside the box. You
Oh,
try to
certainly, yeah, I know.
Make a standard for your.
That's
good.
a short
That's always
answer
good.
to my long-winded response. But I certainly, the sky's the limit, and I'm willing to work within whatever comfort zone the models
Awesome.
are willing to work within or without.
Well, one of the last things we're going to talk about, I know, Chriselle, one of the issues that you have said, and not just Chriselle, a lot of the African American models have came to me, and like during photo shoots or stuff like that, or even designers, they have not been as open to that. Do you feel like it's changed, or it's growing, or they're being more open-minded?
No, I don't feel like it's changed. Maybe I haven't met the right people, I would say, so I won't bring negativity to the table. But
Do you feel working with live events, working with different photographers has maybe opened it or making their minds more open-minded?
no.
I'm gonna work on that.
I
thought I was, I went on it, but I'm gonna work on that.
I think the photographers that I've met so far, they come for the experience, but they still don't open the box.
Gotcha. Okay.
My thing, especially, like, I love the shootouts where we shoot out, everybody shooting with everybody, and then, it's like, hey, can I shoot with you? And they're like, and it's like, okay. So it's not, to me, that doesn't make it really open because you still should be shooting with everyone.
And when I try to do a photo shootout or photo shoot, I don't give the photographer the choice of picking the models because they will go to their standards. And I pick the models because I put my mind to it. I'm like, you know what, they would make great photos together. It's a little diverse. I like this, or that concept fits those models. And like I said, I believe that helps the photographer and myself. And they're actually surprised at the outcome of those photos because I don't think I've ever had one where I'm like, I don't like that. I've really enjoyed and the group of people I've put together, and I feel like the photographers have opened their mind a little, but then when I'm not in the presence, it could be different. But I'm gonna work on that. We're gonna work on that with these El Paso photographers, right?
And everything is not about lingerie. Let's create
True.
some creativity here.
I do feel like creativity is lacking, but after it's hard because when you've done so many photo shoots, it's hard to keep coming up with creative ways.
Yeah.
But I'm always open. So any photographers, if you have an awesome idea, I have the models and I have the time, and let's create.
Yes.
And right now, that's all for me. Is there anything else that any of the panels would like to talk about, or
No, for them to come over to the.
We just want to see you there.
Sunday, be there. Saturday is a car show, fashion show, and it'll be there from 11 to 5, free to the public. We have food, vendors, live entertainment. Sunday is doors open at 5, $20 until, $20 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the day of the show, will be $25. But you will not be disappointed and you will enjoy your time. Please come out and support.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. You're
Yes.
welcome. I enjoyed
I
working
think
with
it's a
all
good
of you.
opportunity since COVID. Like everything has been like just
Yes, yes.
so it's something to feel those be alive again.
Yes,
Yes.
be out there.
So that's a good opportunity for all of us to start getting on track again.
I agree. That was one of the things of dying on the inside.
I know.
All right, everyone. El Paso, see you at the fashion show.
Bye, guys.
All right.